Going on YouTube? My name is Tyler with King with another video. Today we're talking about another reason why I like high yield funds, and there's so many ways to play it. These high yield max and round hill funds, stuff like that. There's some ways you can play it. You can, and one way is to, as the chart shows here, that you could double your shares in a short amount of time. So anything, look at 50%. It takes you 1 year and 4 months to double your shares. And double your shares pretty much mean get your money back. If I buy 100 shares today and at a 50% yield and hold it for a year and a half or a year and 6 months, I should have 200 shares. Well, if I bought 100 and they gave me 100, I got all my money back essentially. So from that point forward, you're on what they call free money. I'm not getting no financial advice. I'm just telling you what I see. Look at the 80% yield. This is your Misty and your Alti, 0.9 months. So 9 months, you get your money back. I mean, if you want to go worst case, you can go a year and a half, just to be on the safe side. Now, this chart is based on if the stock price is the same and the dividend's the same, you can get your shares, your money back, or you can double your shares. So that's what you got to take with a grain of salt. That's why I say, look, if it says 1.4, do 1.7 or a year and 8 months. If it says 9 months, take a year and a half, right? So worst case scenario, if you're scared of these funds and you don't like these funds, or what I look at it as, look, if I hold these for a good, on the safe side, 2 years, I get my money back. I get all the money I put in back from it. And from that point, I can cash flow it and put it wherever I want to. Number one. Number two, at 50% yield or 40% yield, if you take something like Tesla that pays about a 67% yield, you can say, you know what? I'm going to use the 40% yield rule. That way I know 1.8 months or 1 year, 8 months, I'll get my money back. So you can play that as well. So say you take Misty, for example, and I'll take Misty and I'll do a 60% yield, right? I'll take a 60% yield. I said, you know what? Misty pay 80%, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna treat this as a 60% yield and wait 1.3 or a year and 3 months, get my money back to be on the safe side. So you can do that as well. Okay, so that's another thing you can do too. So I like that because you get your money back in a short amount of time. Now, you look at the 10% yielders, like your REITs or your business development companies, those take longer for you to get your money back, right? So anything 5 or 4%, you could pretty much say 15 years to get your money back. So this is why I go high yield. Worst case scenario, if you could double your shares and I take the 50% yield because, or take 40%, 2 years. In 2 years, you could pretty much say you get all your money back, you still own the shares, and from that point forward, you can take the dividends that you receive that day forward and put it into less riskier stuff, right? You go to SCHD or anything that you feel much safer. So you can use these funds, yield max funds, to fund other stuff, right? You can do that as well. So I that's why I like the high yield stuff, like Alti. But end of this year, I've been Alti since February. I reinvested every single month. So I pretty much got my money back in a way because, but the share price have gone down, right? So as soon the monthly dividend, the share price are the same each month. So we know Alti is at the same each month. So my thing is this: I did it for a year. By this time the next year, I should have all my money back because I've been reinvesting for 2 years. Now I'm going with a 40% yield at that point. So, you know, with a 1.8. So by this time next year, or say another 8 months, I should have all my money back. All the money back in Alti. I should have it. Things could change, of course. It pays weekly. Things could change. But again, if it stays around $7 or $6 for another 8 months, I should have all my money back. I've been reinvesting for a long time. So we'll just see. Another reason I like high yield funds, because you can double your money very fast. You can have another stream of income coming in that you can either use for personal use or use it to pay your student loan, pay a mortgage off, or use the money to buy less riskier ETFs and stocks. Something long term. You can use this in so many different ways, and you get your money back in a rapid pace where it's just crazy how you can get your money back that fast. So that's the end of my video. Please like the video, share the video, and I'll see you next time.